What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're getting ready to start a brand new playthrough. My name is Jorna, that's Joarna. We're going to be playing Hellblade Senua's? I think it's Senua. Senua's Sacrifice. Now, this game just came out, and I will be the first person to admit, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, oh, it's just another game. Didn't do anything for me. Then I started seeing some of the reviews come out. And the game caught my attention. So I figured, why not? It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. It's digital only, which in my autumn years, or as I start to enter my autumn years, quote unquote, I've become kind of a proponent for physical copies of games, just because, maybe in a few years this PlayStation dies on me, or they stop running the PlayStation 4, service, and I still want to play the game. But whatever, I digress. So this game came out. It's done by the same guys that did Heavenly Sword, I believe, as well as I think they did one of the Devil May Cry, games. But one of the interesting things I saw as the game was loading is that it's also done by Simply Gone, which were some of the guys that helped with Resident Evil 7, which may explain why some of the graphics look so great. So, the story behind this game is that there's an interesting warning at the very beginning of the game. There's actually a statement that says this character is affected by psychosis. You may find some of the images disturbing, and it's best played with headphones with a binaural sound interface. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't really have headphones to hook up to the game capture. There's no way for me to use headphones without there being an echo or a delay. So what I actually had to do is I jerry-rigged it, and I had to turn on my PlayStation VR headset, but I'm just not wearing it. I just have the headphones plugged in. So I get the binaural sound, and I'm also able to still do some game recording. So let's jump into this. I'm going to make sure that we have combat difficulty, auto, audio, subtitles on, please. We'll go back. We'll start a new game. So the one thing that I've seen from some of the reviews is that you're basically a woman trying to avenge your slain love, and the one thing that really stuck out to me and connected with me is that it's like in the past games, like things like God of War, you play a Greek hero, or in The Witcher, which is based off of I want to say some Western European lore. But with this one, you're playing I believe it's either a Celtic or a Nordic warrior, and that's always resonated with me just because my ancestors happen to be from Scotland and some of the Nordic countries. So I don't know anything about the story apart from the
Who are you?
apart from the fact that you're basically avenging a lover.
Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua.
Senua, okay.
Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
So they want you to play with headphones because there's a lot of whispers that go on.
It's breathing. It's breathing. She's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others.
So they actually got actual doctors to help out with some of the psychoses associated with this and some of the symptoms and problems associated with it.
That's not quite true. Some are old. Some are new. They've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look. Up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you gave me.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I'm listening to a lot of the whispers right now.
She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's there. They're here.
The game looks really good. Now I'm playing this on a regular PlayStation 4, but I hear that if you have a PS4 Pro with a 4K TV, it looks even better.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
The game is playing tricks on me.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used
I would love to know how all these people ended up dying. This seems like something out of like Vlad the Impaler.
the darkness. It just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
Jesus. This is not pretty at all. Melina Juergens. I'm gonna have to look her up.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Are we finally getting into a game now? Looks like it. So does she have a head attached in that bag?
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know.
She looks like a very young Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Very interesting opening. Alright. Looks like we're into a game now. So we'll have this episode run a little bit longer, just because there was so much exposition in the first, 5 minutes or so. Alright, so the game doesn't seem to tell you much of anything. Oh, what's that?
Look really clearly. Focus, Senua. Focus. Focus and you'll see.
Do not
Happens if
forget
you
my
focus.
stories, Senua.
because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So everything that he's mentioning is definitely Nordic. I'll say Nordic inspiration. Things like Niflheim, Helheim. Those are all part of, was it the Norse religion? So anyone that's seen any of the 4 Marvel movies will know exactly what's going on, or at least should have a general idea. So the game itself is supposed to be more of a story and less of like an action RPG. So think like a unique version of Firewatch. Alright, so what else can I do? Alright, so that makes me run. Who's coming? Oh my god. Get the torch.
Yearns for life. Hunger for it. Like a pack of wolves in the hunt. But she's not stopping.
I have no idea what's going on, but something's coming for me. I think.
Not this time.
The hell?
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
So is she supposed to be taking her... the head of her lover to like this resting place of Helheim? Was it moving?
I hear you.
He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
You mean Kate Blanchett?
Her dear beloved. Dillian.
Good old Dillian. So, one thing I forgot to mention about this game is that it caught a lot of attention because apparently from... Now, I've yet to see if this is confirmed,
Why doesn't she turn back?
but supposedly if you die enough times in the game will automatically delete your saved file. Now, whether or not that's official, I do not know,
Still lives.
because I've heard a lot of conflicting opinions, so to speak.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name.
So I'm very... I would like to go in and explore that at one point, but obviously I'm not going to aim to be dying.
Dead. They cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
There's something over here. I feel like this is something... It's a game that I need to explore a little bit. If I really want to... Oh, there's a thing.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Interesting. Yeah, like I said, my Norse mythology is not the best in the world, but I can probably piece some stuff together if need be. How do I climb? There we go. So the game doesn't really tell you anything.
That's the way.
Quickly, come, quick.
So the whispering really fucks with your perception.
You're not safe.
Stop! Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Oh wait, I remember seeing something in one of the videos here. Something about that shadow.
He's going to hurt you.
Careful.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar. An old fool. Druth
Is he real?
is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
First, we gotta get you some halls for that cough.
I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Okay. So, it was the shadow over here, if I remember correctly.
It's near. Focus, and you will find. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
Okay, so the gate should be unlocked now. I'm so glad these Nordic people had simple,
Go through
very
it.
simple puzzles.
It worked.
It's not safe.
I think this game would have been great if it was actually in VR.
Spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people pay the heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
The Fury. Fire and fury, not unlike the world has ever seen. So, at the time of recording this, it was just, you know, Donald Trump just dropped his whole "I'm a bomb North Korea, they keep threatening me" type thing, and I'm just so fed up with it.
When we are always
It's one thing to be protective of the country, but it's another thing to literally escalate a dangerous situation.
stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near. Waiting for you to make
Careful.
a little slip.
The camera angles with this are really, really fucking things up. Another rune.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter.
That's not cool.
In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's see, what do we got now? Another shaft to jump down. I really like the fact that the game is very similar to Zelda, where like it doesn't tell you anything. It's just like you have to learn everything on your own. The game will help you along the way, but it's not going to blatantly tell you, be like, hey, do this.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the
Hey, I
living
got a
from the
trophy.
dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
How do you know this? Is there really someone here, or are you just fucking with me? You alright over there?
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore.
Interesting. Her headpiece, at least right now, resembles that of like a crown almost. So I wonder if she's some type of... What the hell? Oh, I got the plague. The hell is on me? Am I moving? I can't tell if I'm moving or if it's just the game. I think it's just the game. But what the hell happened to my arm? Oh shit, there's a guy there. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, alright, ow. Alright, so that's to... It's like Dark Souls almost. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, we got another one. Alright, come here. The combat is very smooth. It's like tree people. How many fucking tree men are there? Get the fuck out of here. Whoa, 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 slow down. Ow. Move. Holy shit, there's 2 of them. How do I fight these guys? There's 3 of them. Well, I died.
She's so weak, they can see you're weak.
I get. Maybe it's a scripted thing. I'm supposed to get injured. Did I actually die or is it scripted? I'm assuming it's scripted. I'm dead. Am I like decaying?
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold.
That's not good.
It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
I just don't understand where I got it from. Oh, that's not good.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
I don't think that's gonna work, sweetheart. Dark rot will grow each time you fall. Yeah, so, or each time you fail, I'm sorry. The rot reaches Senua's head, your crust is over. So yeah, so once the quote-unquote rot, yeah, reaches your head, your game gets deleted. You gotta start over again. So, fingers crossed I don't die through this. Now, the game itself is supposed to be not incredibly long. You're only talking about 6 or 7 hours. So, hopefully I can survive.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Again, I'd like to know where this rot came from.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim.
You got it.
And enter the land of the dead.
Alright, I think we're off to a good start. I'm really excited to play this. It seems very interesting. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to pause the episode right here. We will pick things up in the next video, guys. My name has been Jorna, everybody. That's Jorna.
To fight two gods
I'll see you all
first.
next time.
Two gates.